Hello, this is Miguel here, and I just want to talk about reading lists and a very interesting documentary that I recommend people watch. Um, yeah, well, first of all, the documentary is called Truth Be Told, and it is an ex-Jehovah Witness documentary, a must-see um, if you're interested in finding out the ex-Jehovah Witness perspective. Um, the documentary is from 2011, but I think it was like updated and remastered in 2017. So um, in the description below, I will post the link to the website. You have to, it's pay-per-view. You have to buy it, but it is definitely worth watching. Um, it is sort of organized as a series of testimonials about different people's experiences with different aspects of Jehovah's Witness life. Um, so definitely, it is a must-see documentary. Truth be told. Okay, as far as a reading list, the ex-Jehovah Witness reading list is well, the classic material is, of course, the two books written by Ray Franz, who used to be a governing body member who was disfellowshipped in the early 80s. And he wrote two books. One is called Crisis of Conscience, which is like the fundamental and basic ex-Jehovah Witness text. The second one is in in um, in Search of Christian Freedom. So these two books are very important if you want to understand the basic ex-Jehovah Witness perspective. It is perfect for people who still, are holding on to belief in God and want to keep Jesus and stuff like that. If you are Christian minded still, you might want to read Ray Franz. Um, then there is, of course, the new school, what I call the new school ex-Jehovah Witness literature. It's Lloyd Evans, The Reluctant Apostate, and Amber Scorah, Leaving the Witness. Those are the two books that I recommend are must reads for the new school ex Jehovah Witness literature. And of course, you must if you of course you must read Richard Dawkins' The God Delusion, because that book is I mean is great. I mean that book pretty much cured me from religion, I guess. After that book, I don't look at religion the same way anymore. I mean, I still have like an attachment to, you know, um, I don't know. There's it's a very strange situation. I mean, I am functionally atheist, but at the same time, I still have an affinity for, theological material, such as you know, the the the, the writings of Charles Taze Russell, such as studies in the scriptures. It would be any ex Jehovah Witness should read those books, studies in the scriptures, because in studies in the scriptures you find out like the actual beliefs and theology of Charles Taze Russell, the man who founded the movement from which the Jehovah's Witnesses split in 1931. So it's very important to read those books if you have the time. It's seven. I think it's six. It's, 6 books. But I've read so far. I've read only two. But yeah. Those books are very important. The studies in the scriptures, because then you can contrast, the current state of Jehovah Witness theology with the original teachings of Charles Taze Russell, and you can see all sorts of like discrepancies and differences where Jehovah's Witnesses have changed things as a result, mostly as a result of the intervention of Joseph Rutherford and Nathan Knorr, but also the governing bodies after 1970. How they have changed things. So yeah, if you want to go back to the original teachings of Charles Taze Russell and find out what he really believed, then you go to studies in the scriptures. And if you want to still hold on to the truth, you go to the real truth. The real truth is espoused by the Bible students. So yeah. So you have like several choices. If you're an ex-Jehovah Witness, you can become atheist. Follow the route of the God Delusion, or you can go to the true truth and follow the path of the writings of Charles Taze Russell and studies in the scriptures. So yeah. Uh, yeah, that would be the ex-Jehovah Witness reading list. Oh, elsewhere I said you should also read, of course, George Orwell's 1984. Very important book to read, because it's sort of like in a fictional way, in the form of a novel. It explains sort of like the mentality of totalitarianism. So it's very important to look at that if you're on a Jehovah's Witness, I read that book, and yeah, it's incredible the parallels between the party and the Jehovah's Witnesses. So yeah, definitely read that. Yeah, I guess those would be the theological reading list, or post-theological, post-Christian, ex-Jehovah's Witness reading list that I would recommend. Unless you are intending to go back to the Bible, to the true truth with the Bible students, then you're not post-Christian. You are simply going to the real truth. But that's a different issue. Anyways, I leave it there.